Okay, we are live
Yeah.
on Facebook Live and Instagram. And it's that time of the day again. And it's that beautiful woman. There she is, with that beautiful background. It's all incredible. And here she is, Suzanne Somers.
Thank you. Yay. It's different every day, Al. Every day. People respond to your okay. 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 Hi, Caroline.
Hello.
As you can hear, I'm still got the wind. It's so beautiful behind me, but all those yellow trees blow this yellow stuff that you get into your lungs, and it's what is this, like over a week now, isn't it? Where I don't have my full volume in my voice.
You know, I think tequila might help with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Tequila, you know, it never fails, okay? So there you go.
And to all of you, top of the morning to you.
Have a sip of that. You'll feel
all
fine.
All right.
Okay, there won't be any more nasal issues, nothing.
Well, it's gone.
It cures everything.
Yeah, it's gone. Huh. Okay, so Caroline has abandoned us. She's down in some beautiful part of Mexico. But she found a way to get to us because, even if you're in a foreign country, you can call on your iPhone. You get anywhere. It's an amazing thing. Yeah.
Computer wherever I am.
I know. I mean, I never know where she is because she's just got this thing with her all the time. So anyway, we're doing the healthy dozen today. There was the dirty dozen, not today. Today's the healthy dozen. And I'm going to talk to you about supplements because you never know what to buy, do you? And I remember when I used to get my supplements from health food stores, you'd go in and there was always some pasty-looking guy behind the cash register. Do they still have cash registers?
No.
They don't?
No.
They don't have them anymore?
I don't.
That's how long since I've been in a health food store.
Well, maybe
No,
they
do.
have.
they?
Yeah, they don't have
Yeah,
like.
you still exchange money.
Yeah, they don't have.
Do they take money? Because I'm hearing that not many places want to take money anymore. They want plastic. Do you find that?
Big stores still take money, yeah.
Huh. Anyway, they'd always have a pasty-looking guy behind the cash register desk, whatever it was, and he was guessing. Well, maybe you want that, or maybe you want that. So I like to do these supplement shows from time to time to like acquaint you or reacquaint you with things that really can have a positive effect on your body. You can give them the deal, Al.
Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. Today it's 25% off all supplements.
Wow.
Promo code is
That's
Health
so great.
25. Health 25.
Yeah.
25% off supplements. Promo code Health 25 at SuzanneSomers.com.
Okay.
Great deal. Great supplements.
I'm looking at this one right here, Bone Care. I take this. I have no bone loss. And I take it because I lost so many bones last year with breaking my neck, my back, my hip, etc. So it's very important. You take 4 of these a day. It's a lot, I know. But if you're worried about strength, and I was watching a video of a girl posted a video of her 90-year-old mother who put us all to shame. She was doing back bends and sit-ups, and it was really quite incredible. And I thought, you wouldn't do that if you were worried at all about your bones, because you don't want to break bones. So get ahead of the game and take the Bone Care. But in addition to that, where is it? Vitamin K. One of these is vitamin K. D3. It's got to be K. Vitamin K is an important one to take with the bone. Let me see what's in the bone here. The bone we have C, quercetin. That's really very good. And yeah, it's mainly C and quercetin, it looks like. Okay, so now you particularly want vitamin K. Why? When you take the bone, it reroutes the calcium in the right places, but the calcium wants to go into the soft tissues, the arteries, things like that. You don't want calcium in your arteries, and so vitamin K is like a traffic cop. It comes in and goes, no, we're going to go over here, and puts it into the bones. So when you take these two together, it's all going in the bones and strengthening the bones, and you'll have strong bones. That's something to be proud of as you get older, because What do you know about your friends who are getting older? They break their hips, or they trip, or they fall, or whatever, and the bones break. And it's like, having been through that, it's just awful, awful.
Yeah. It's interesting too, Suzanne, because we'll get questions and people will say, I have osteoporosis. Will bone care help with that? And we can't say that about the supplement, because now you're talking about a disease. But Suzanne's bone care, we can say that it helps prevent osteoporosis and that it helps support bone density.
Yeah.
And the reason is because her products are formulated based on the clinical studies that showed what types, the combination of calcium and vitamin D and the exact amounts that help prevent bone loss and help support healthy bone density. So that's how Suzanne's product is formulated, is right against those clinical studies. So take it now so you don't have to, rather than waiting.
Head it off at the pass. 1,000 milligrams of C, bioquercetin. That's another great one to be taking, especially in these times right now. And phosphatidylcholine, which is also really great. So this is, I'm such an idiot. Forget everything I just said. I'm looking at this going, if you saw me being confused, I'm thinking, well, this is vitamin C. What an idiot I am. Okay, the bones. D3, calcium, 700 milligrams. Magnesium, great for your bones. We're all magnesium deficient, according to Dr. Blaylock. Zinc, very important in the climate today. Manganese and silicon from horsetail extract. Do you have any of that at home? No. And boron. Okay. I was really starting to think I was losing my mind reading this as bone care, thinking vitamin C, well, this good for bones, and quercetin, that's good for bones. And I'm looking, where's the calcium? Okay. Bone care. This is great. Bone care and vitamin K together. Okay, woo. All right, got that one.
Horsetail extract.
Yeah. Do you have any of that at home? You don't have any.
So there are a bunch of horses running around with no tails, huh?
Or we just take their brush it.
Their what?
Just brush their horse's tail, maybe? I mean, where else would you get it?
Well, they probably have to cut the tail.
Like I have a jacket made from fox hair that was on the bottom.
But there are a lot of horses that don't have tails.
Oh, really? Like my cat Mitzi.
And my mother's cat, Mitzi.
Isn't it bizarre? His mother in Poland had a calico cat that had no tail, and her name was Mitzi. I, as a little girl for years, had a calico cat who didn't have a tail, who I named Mitzi.
So it's perfect. I married my mother.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
SAMe. I always forget to take SAMe, and I kick myself because it comes in a blister pack. So it's not in one of my bottles. And then if it's not in my bottles, I forget. So you take one of these a day. Oh my God. This is so heavy duty. This is so great. Let me read to you what SAMe does. It's the reason we get old is toxic buildup and a lack of methylation. I'm going to have Caroline explain methylation because it's like a lot of words. It's your protector. It helps your feel-good neurotransmitters like GABA and serotonin, but it's mainly really good for mood, joint, and liver support. And so it's got 5 adenosylmethionine. Got 400 milligrams of that in there. It's got more stuff than that in there too. That's all it says on the back. Not being very articulate today, but I'm sorry. Just some days.
You're always articulate.
Some days my tongue gets stuck in my mouth.
Suzanne wrote about SAMe in her last book,
right.
And talked to her doctors about it. It's one of those supplements that she's taught us about, like curcumin and resveratrol, that are just great for full body support. And they particularly call out mood, liver, and joints. But, as she said, the 2 reasons we get old are toxic buildup and lack of methylation. And it supports both of those processes in the body because SAMe has sulfur in it. And the sulfur plays a big role in helping detoxify your body and help supporting methylation. So what methylation is it's an important process that helps protect your body on a cellular level. So what it does is it transfers these important compounds between 2 molecules, and it makes those molecules stronger. So anything you can do to help your body on that level helps support your overall health, and that's why SAMe is so important. They call it the protector. So it just creates this wonderful chemical reaction in the body that protects the whole body.
Right. Very, very well said. Very good. Last night I had a dinner party, and actually all longtime friends, and but one of the longtime friends has a girlfriend that I don't know very well, even though they've been together for 11 years, and she works as a nurse taking care of premature babies. I said, "How little are premature babies?" She said, "Well, sometimes they just fit in my hand like a little kitten in my hand," and she's talking about what you have to do for these premature babies. But then she was saying that she gets terrible headaches, migraine headaches all the time. And I said, "Do you take zinc?" She said, "No." I said, "Do you take magnesium?" She said, "No." So I gave her a bottle of our black drops, Fulvic mineral drops. This has been so great because I look at the Fulvic mineral drops and I look at, to get the right amount of minerals, and the body doesn't work without proper nutrients, hormones, or minerals. Pretty important. Those are the three things. But to get all the proper minerals, you have to take a lot of supplements. And what I love about the black drops is that you just drop it in your coffee smoothie or your tequila, I guess, if you want, but I'm not going to finish the whole thing. And it's tasteless. And for Alan, who was so mineral deficient, and he had a bad doctor at that time, she said to me, "Well, he's going to die." Remember, I've told you this before. I got so mad at her because, nobody knows when anyone's going to die. So, but now with these black drops, he gets all his minerals every day. And in there is zinc and magnesium and wonderful things. So a lot of our supplements have zinc in them, because we need a lot of zinc and we need a lot of magnesium. So we've got it spread out all over the place, but the black drops will really be something. Every morning when we make our morning smoothie, I put 2 droppers in each of our glasses. You don't taste it. It doesn't turn your tongue or your teeth black or anything. It just does the job without having to take a lot of capsules. If I could put
It's also great for hydration. It helps you absorb your nutrition better. It's great for gut health, which is one of the reasons that Suzanne first learned about it. Was Fumic and Fulvic are really great for gut health, and no one knows gut health like Suzanne. So I love having this product as part of your arsenal.
I do too. I'm almost out. I've been giving it away. Yeah, I did a whole.
And it's also it's a super hip product because it's really good for hangovers. So you can take this while you drink, or you can put it in a cocktail, or you can take it after you drink,
or before you go to bed.
Lessen the hangover, or it helps you feel better.
That's funny. I forgot about it as for hangovers. I think, before I go to bed every night, because I usually have my tequila every night, but lately I haven't been finishing it. But just in case, I take the next one I'm going to talk about, and the liver support, and I take the black drops, and I figure, what do you want to show us?
Well, it's springtime in the desert.
Yeah.
And we were talking about pollen in the air.
Yeah.
And
from the yellow things.
Etc.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just started sneezing. I went off camera, but I just started sneezing. I don't know if you heard it. If you did hear, I
did,
apologize.
But you were keeping it down.
And so I just took 3 nasal renew.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
Okay.
Get ahead of it.
In 10 minutes, it should be all over.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to show everyone.
We can't guarantee that, but that's Alan's experience.
That is my experience. It usually takes 15 minutes. Okay. Here is spring in the desert.
What is that?
It's a beautiful picture. Let's see here.
By the way, you guys, foxtail and horsetail are both plants.
Okay, so it's not about combing your horse's tail.
No, because we do use some. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. No wonder she's sneezing.
What? Let me see. What did you show them?
Oh, hang on.
Oh, that's our old house. Oh, that's what I miss. I don't miss the house. It was time to go. But I miss, we used to get fields of yellow, and then the Palo Verde would change, and then the nature on the property is what I miss. And the hiking trails, and I wish he'd just let us go over there and hike on the property. I don't want to go in the house. Now, what's this one?
Oh, this is spring in Malibu. I think. I can't remember where I got this picture. There you go.
That's sunset.
Correct.
Doesn't necessarily have to be spring.
No, but pardon me. The skies in Malibu get crazy at springtime.
Yeah. Come over and show them how cute you are.
Well, with that kind of introduction.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the really, really cute Alan Hamill.
Okay.
I had so much fun with your friend Ray last night.
Yep, Ray's a good guy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm honored to be here. Normally, she keeps me in my cage.
Yeah.
And we have this chain, and I say, just yank the chain, and I'll come running. Okay? I am
That's
your
exactly
servant.
what happens.
I am your loyal servant.
I played the dumb blonde. Not so dumb, right?
I do whatever you want me to do.
Telling you I'm not so dumb.
Okay? It doesn't matter what you request, I will be there for you.
Oh.
Okay? Yeah.
Oh.
Okay?
Well, you know what?
Hey, Alan,
Yeah.
Jay Leet, Texas girl, said nasal renew works on Texas cedar and oak pollen fever in 10 minutes or less.
Wow.
I have such relief, it's great. That's her personal testimonial. Your results may vary, but love hearing these comments.
But that's my experience too. When it starts up, I take it, and within 15 minutes, it's all calmed down. I think it's so much better than taking an over-the-counter thing that dries everything up and just you're getting now chemicals in your body.
I agree.
So I like this color I do.
Thank
I
you.
actually have
People are loving your colors together.
I know.
And I want to say thank you, Alan, for matching the product today. It makes for a lovely product.
I dressed both of them. Look at them. Wow, look at them.
Yeah, look.
You just
here's
call
Sammy.
me Sammy.
Sammy, hey, Sammy.
Okay, Sammy.
My little Sammy.
So the guy walks up to a lady of the evening on the street, and she says, for $50, I will do anything, okay, as long as it's only 3 words to describe it. And he said, okay. He gave her the 50 and said, paint my house. I don't know why I thought of that.
I thought you were going someplace so much worse. I know.
This is a Bruce Summers joke.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a good one, Al.
Yeah.
Well, those coffee smoothies are so great. The gut renew smoothies. I love them.
Me too.
I'm really liking it more
mine
than the tequila.
and my tequila at
Together?
the same time.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm missing is the black stuff.
We could put that in either one of them.
I could put that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
I was going to, but you have to open it.
Oh, I don't want to open it.
We're going to a party tonight, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
We could go out every single night if we wanted. It's so social down here, because so many people are down here who are tapering off working so much, and they like to go out. But anyway, we're going to a rock and rollers party tonight.
Yeah. Really sweet man.
Yep.
Sweet wife. Sweet little baby. Really great little baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I miss having a little baby in the family.
Oh, who's going to have a baby?
Well, the most promising one at the moment is Camellia.
Yeah, okay. Can you tell Camellia to get on it?
Yeah.
I'll let her know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little baby.
She is
that,
also been margarita in Mexico, so who knows?
Is she with you?
No, she's down in Puerto Vallarta.
Oh.
I used to go to Puerto Vallarta every year.
You did when I first met you. You were always down
only
there.
because there was this weird little place that you could only get to by boat called Yalapa.
Oh.
And they had the Yalapa boat that would go from Puerto Vallarta to Yalapa every day, and you'd swim and you'd eat in the little bar restaurant on the beach, and then at 3 o'clock the boat would leave. Then all the people who lived in Yalapa would come out of the mountains.
The mountains.
And it was a weird crowd. Okay.
Why were they weird?
I don't know. I think you have to be weird to live in
Because
Yalapa.
they never get off the island.
Yeah, it's not even an island. It's
Just a mountain.
It's
An obscure mountain.
there are no roads to Yalapa. You only get there by boat. Okay. And I remember there.
Now, where's Zihuatanejo?
Pardon me?
Where's Zihuatanejo?
Well, it's in Mexico. I used to dive there. Zihuatanejo and Cozumel.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
When I met you,
I just wanted to say Zihuatanejo.
Yeah. When I met you, you were a diver.
I was.
And the doctor, or not the doctor, the nurse last night who takes care of little, imagine taking care of babies that fit in your hand like a little kitten.
Well, my father used to describe
She's a
me
diver.
that way.
Yeah, you were that small.
That he said, I used to hold you in one hand like a little rabbit.
Yeah, it sounds so cute.
Yeah, it is cute. And I would cough. I actually caught whooping cough when I got home from my sister.
Oh.
And my
So you've
dad
been
made
mad
up
at your sister ever since, huh?
My dad made up a little bottle of water and some brandy. And whenever I would cough, he would take the little eyedropper.
Oh, that's why you like brandy.
That's right.
So what were you going to say, Caroline?
Linda Hauk on Instagram wants to know what is best for hangover relief. I think you were just starting to talk about revenue, and then we got sidetracked.
I was just starting because we had been talking about black drops, these. Great for your hangover. But the thing that I never miss is N-acetyl-cysteine, NAC. Which one should be? Is that one? No, joint. NAC. Can you show them that, Alan?
Certainly.
N-acetyl-cysteine for longevity, liver, and lungs. And
I thought you were going for liver renew. That's right.
well, I will be going to liver renew next. You can't protect your liver too much. The liver is the detox organ of the body. Why are we all together? Why are we all friends? Because we recognize the polluted nature of our planet right now, and that our bodies are like toxic soup. And the more poor choices you make, not even knowing they're poor choices, but omega-6 oils and preservatives and fast food and excitotoxins and all these things. We're just like a toxic mess. That's what I was saying to Caroline, because we're going to bring back our room spray. I said, that's a big one, because people go around and they spray room spray all over the place. So what we need to do is constantly detox our liver. So we've got the black drops, we've got NAC, and which one here is liver? Is this it? And that's reversed. I can't see from behind. So if you could help me out.
I certainly will.
K, D3, zinc.
We should have the Jeopardy music playing.
I know. NAC. This must be it. Liver.
Okay.
There you go. Liver renew. So every night before I go to bed, I take the black drops. Well, not every night I take the black drops, but I have to remind myself to take them before I go to bed. But I always take NAC, N-acetyl-cysteine, and liver. Always. And I have never, ever, I know you all worry about my drinking. I don't drink very much. And I've never had more than 2. Maybe in my life I have. But as a general rule, I have half of this. And then every once in a while, I just have a good old time with Al, and I finish the whole thing. And then I'll ask him, I'll have another one. But I never have finished the second one. But I just like the first few sips of the second one. But anyway, I just take care of my liver, and I take care of my liver by taking those things.
See, you just brought up
what?
And reminded me of something that it's not an irritation.
What is it?
It's not an irritation. It's not serious. It's not serious.
What did I do?
Okay. But when we go out for dinner and you have a tequila, and half the time you order a second one. Yeah. But you never drink it. And then when I see it on the bill, I think, how
much is a drink? It'll help me.
Well, it just...
At a fancy restaurant, how much is a drink?
At a fancy restaurant?
Yeah, like that one we like in Palm Springs so much.
I don't know, like 60...
The cheapest ones are 20.
Are you kidding?
What's 20?
The cheapest ones?
The less expensive alcohol would be 20 at a fancy restaurant.
Wow.
And the very expensive tequilas can be 60, 80.
No!
Oh, yeah. If you're ordering like a Casa Dragones at a restaurant,
no,
it's going to be $60 or $70.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Well, now I'm really pissed.
The Patron is like, $18 for a drink.
$18 for a drink? I'm so glad we're talking about this. I'll never order the second one again.
Yeah,
as I say,
it's going to be like in the 20s.
Oh, my gosh.
Maybe, depending on, and then if you go to the añejos or the reposados.
And that's what Bruce likes, right?
With friends, and Bruce and his friends they like the fancy reposado. Like those drinks are $50 a pop.
Well, the other night we went out for dinner with 4 people, and you said the bill was $500.
Yeah.
And I just had beets and a little entree, nothing fancy.
I think there was a little bit of drinking going on with the other people.
The other people, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they went to
that's nice of you to let Suzanne know that in a nice way.
Yeah.
She's not a wasteful person.
No.
Yeah. Well.
No. The idea that if I have 3 sips of the second one, How much is each sip, Al? You're good at math.
How much is each sip? Well, it's usually, they pour big drinks there. Okay, they're bigger than an ounce.
But I take 3 sips of the second one.
Okay.
How much was the drink?
It's like $10 a sip.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's a $30 cocktail.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
You don't order expensive tequila.
No, I order the cheap stuff. I order Patron Silver generally because that's what you all taught me to drink. I never had a hard liquor drink in my life until I decided to give up wine because I realized that women, and I wrote about this in one of my books, I'm looking at them, I can't remember. Why do women, as they're entering menopause, gain weight in unflattering places? Through the neck, through the jowls, through the upper body. The breasts get like big and full and the upper arms get full. And I was thinking about it and I thought, when women go out for lunch, it's absolutely acceptable that women have white wine, isn't it? No, great. And you never look at the other table, look at those women drinking the white wine. Now, if women went out for lunch, is this sexist? I don't know, but I'm just making observances. If women went out for lunch and they had tequila, 2 and 3 tequilas, you'd look over and go, whoa, look at that table over there, because it's not acceptable, is it? But because it's acceptable to drink white wine at lunch, and because women who are entering menopause or in menopause who don't know about hormone replacement don't feel good. They're in a bad mood or bitchy or itchy or whatever, and a glass of wine feels good. And then they talk and then they laugh about stupid stuff, and then they have another glass of wine, and then they talk and laugh, and then that's really funny. Then they have a third glass of wine and they kind of stumble out of there. Well, you do that every day. That's like, depending on what kind of wine you're drinking, a cup and a half of sugar. Think about how much sugar is in that wine. And then if you eat a high-carb lunch and then have some dessert on top of it, you've packed on some pounds. But mostly from white wine, you get puffy. And it's not an attractive thing. So I gave up white wine. I told my kids, I'm not drinking wine anymore. And they said, well, have tequila. I said, I don't drink hard liquor. They go, well, tequila is a different thing. I think you'd like it. So I had a tequila. And I liked it.
I wonder how many children talk their parents into drinking tequila.
I have cool kids. And really, I never had a headache. When I used to drink white wine at night, I'd have 2. Every once in a while, I'd have 3. That third one is the one that wakes you up at 3 in the morning and feeling sweaty and a little headachy and icky. With the tequila that I drink, I've never had a headache. I've never woken up sweaty. Never. So this is the right drink for me.
And also you take liver renew before you go to bed.
And I take NAC and liver renew and the black drops now when I remember them. I take black drops every day, but I have to remember to take them at night because they're tasteless. The water you're drinking down your supplements with, you can just put the black drops in and it's like you're getting all those minerals.
Yeah.
It's a,
And liver renew is such an easy one. It's a small little pill. It's just milk thistle.
Yeah.
And
say that fast.
It's great for daily liver detox.
Yeah.
But also if you're drinking, you definitely don't want to miss it. But it's something that your liver needs detoxing every day.
Say milk thistle, Alan.
Okay, milk thistle. I've got a note here from Nancy Kersmars.
Oh, okay.
I ordered a drink at the Carlisle Hotel, which is a lovely hotel in New York, and told the bartender to keep the change out of a 20. And he told me the drink was 21.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he should give you the buck.
Tipping has changed. Remember, many years ago, you would tip a valet parker $2. That was a nice tip. Mm-hmm. Okay? You can't tip $2 anymore.
You keep me so... You take care of everything about me. I'm so lucky. He does the tipping, he does the signing, he does all that stuff. So I don't know. Like, how much should you tip people?
Well, it depends.
I would over-tip.
Depends on the place.
I would over-tip.
You can tip $2 at a lot of places.
What? $50?
She said you can tip $2.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, what do you tip the valet at the restaurant we go to?
$5. But that valet performs a service.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but when we walk out the door of the restaurant, our car's waiting for us, and they've started it up and the doors are open.
I know.
So that's worth it.
I love that restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, do you all have a favorite? We've been going to this restaurant for 45 years. It's amazing that we have done anything for 45 years. I guess we started going when we first moved into the other house, and we were at that house for 45 years. Now we've been in this, house that we're only here until our other house is finished. By the time we move out, we'll have been here a year. Did you realize that, Alan?
I do.
Yeah, and I'm happy here. I like it.
So, Gavin.
Yes. Who?
Gavin on Instagram said Costco is the best deal on tequila. Blanco.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you go there, don't you? You know what Alan's favorite thing to do is to go to Costco. And what color card do you have, Al?
I have the the old fart card where they let you in a half hour earlier.
Is that why they let you in because you're older?
It takes all the old farts half an hour to get from the front door to the section they're interested in. Then when they open the door, it's like a tsunami. People run in. You think they're giving away money in there.
It's kind of great, though. We get our mangoes there.
Yeah, we bought, 30, I guess 30 mangoes.
We've been eating
we bought
36
mangoes. 36 mangoes.
Yeah.
6 packs.
Joint ease. How are your joints?
Not bad.
Yeah?
My joints?
Yeah. You have joint issues?
No,
I don't either.
I've never had joint issues.
But I always take joint ease.
Oh.
Do your joints hurt out there? We have joint ease. Yeah, Caroline, you've got that. Where is it? Right here. We should have marked these on the back. Joint ease. Show them that, Alan.
Joint ease.
It's part of getting older. You get aches in your joints. You want to attack it early and prevent having joint issues. Joint ease. Let me read to you. Let me tell you why you want joint ease. And don't do bad jokes, Alan.
Okay.
You were thinking of it, weren't you? I just know your brain so well. I know. I know you. It helps support and maintain healthy cartilage levels. I had a friend who was a performer who had bone-on-bone issues and cartilage issues, and he was in pain and on painkillers for years and years. You don't want to end up like that. This is helps support and maintain healthy cartilage, helps support healthy joints. Support is the word that we can say. I can't say it cures it. It supports it. Okay? 1 tablet a day. Okay? And now the next thing.
And for me, I get, if I don't take joint ease, sometimes my hands get a little discomfort. You know, when you just feel like pressing your hands in and out.
Yeah.
Trying to make them loosen up a little.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel a little bit of tenderness in my hip. And the only time I feel it is when I take joint ease. But, Suzanne's given us this super easy herbal formula.
Yeah.
And it helps with the inflammation that can cause that discomfort in your joints.
Well, I take it because when I had my big fall this year, and they did the spinal surgery, I have nerve damage. And I'm really working on that nerve damage, but it's long and slow. Those of you who have nerve damage, it's like, so I wake up, I cannot feel my thumb, I cannot feel my index finger. Top of my hand, I don't feel very much, and then my whole arm is just weaker than it used to be. But when I take joint ease, it feels a lot better. And so that's my impetus. Zinc. We are magnesium deficient and zinc. I've done so many interviews with Dr. Russell Blaylock. I think he's among the smartest of them out there. And I'm looking over here at my medical books. And I've read every book there. I love my books. You think once you've read them, you get rid of them. I can't get rid of my books, hardcover books.
No, why
they
would
mean
you?
something
They're
to
reference
me.
books.
Yeah, I'm always going back to them. I'm always looking at them. I just sometimes just look at the labels on the side and go, oh, yeah, I want to know about that. Anyway, zinc. Whenever I've interviewed any of these incredible doctors and scientists that I interview, zinc comes up all the time. And most recently, when I had all this hacking from what now turns out to be allergies, but I thought I had COVID. And I couldn't breathe, and I called Dr. Gallitzer, my go-to doctor in Los Angeles. You want a good anti-aging doctor? Go to Dr. Michael Gallitzer. I believe he's on Wilshire, isn't he?
I think so.
Wilshire in Santa Monica.
It's either
Great
Santa
doctor.
Monica or West LA.
So I can call him for anything, and he's the one who suggested go take a test. So I got one of those tests, and it turned out I was negative. So then he realized it was allergies, and he said, load up on zinc, and load up on vitamin C, and load up on vitamin D3. And our vitamin D3 is, I believe, 5,000. During the time that I was needing a lot of vitamin C, he had me take 25,000 a day of vitamin C. You don't want to do that all the time. That's part-time. But these are great. You can either take 1 or 2, 5 or 10,000. And vitamin D3 is such an important vitamin. And most people are vitamin D3 deficient. And it's good for so many incredible things. But right now I'm talking about zinc, and I'll get to the zinc, and then I'll get to the vitamin D3. Zinc, it supports your immune system, and it has T cell numbers and various aspects of immune response for elderly people. I guess I'm one of those. If you're undergoing chemotherapy, it's shown to prevent fatigue. If you're overweight and got type 2 diabetes, it's been shown to increase gene expression and enzyme activity, and it's been shown to improve glucose metabolism with prediabetes. And oral zinc shortens the duration of common colds. That's probably why he told me to take it. It does a lot of things. And like I said,
support. I mean, it's like this is one of your basics for immune support.
Yeah.
Such an easy one, too.
Right. Yeah, it's a tiny one. So now vitamin C, he told me to take the zinc, the vitamin C, and the vitamin D3. I mean, we all know that vitamin C is so incredible for us, but do we get enough? So this is, you take one of these a day. Show them, before I could, there you go, show them that. Okay. It's, like I told you before when I thought it was the bone stuff, it's got quercetin. And during this pandemic, they said, you should load up with zinc, quercetin, and vitamin D3. So it's got the quercetin in it. And I'm reading here, I'm sorry. It's a great antioxidant, quercetin is. And vitamin C is just part of what makes us healthy. They always say, eat your oranges. And
there's a way to know if you're taking too much vitamin C.
How is that?
If you take too much, then you may get diarrhea. And if that's
bowel intolerance, they call it, right?
What do they call it?
Bowel intolerance.
That would be heaven for you, huh?
Intolerance. Bowel intolerance.
Sometimes when people are quite sick and they are loading up on C.
Yeah. And magnesium will do that too.
We're not recommending that.
Right.
No, but at least you can't take too much. You can take too much, and that'll happen. You'll get bowel intolerance. However, that'll tell you to back off to another place so you can take the maximum amount without getting bowel intolerance. Whatever happened to
That's a dream
diarrhea?
To get your this is 1,011% of your daily value. It's 1 tablet a day. So if you can get 1 tablet a day, you're getting your 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C.
That's C. That's the C she's talking about. So now I'm talking about vitamin D. What the great thing about vitamin D is that it supports your 4 most important systems: your heart, your immune system, your endocrine system. That's what makes all the hormones move around, and your brain. Those 4 things. Vitamin D. If you don't have enough, all those things are not getting the kind of support that they need. I would just, for vitamin D3, I would take 1 every day for the rest of my life, and I will. And
there is a vitamin D test that your doctor can do if you have the right kind of doctor, and they'll tell you if you are, if you have enough, or if you're too low, or if you're too high.
Right. There's, if you go to a doctor who's not of it, who's out of it, you're missing out on so much. The new doctors, the new thinking doctors, they think about food allergies. They think about your gut and how it's working and how the gut-brain connection. And we are about to, we're getting close to being able to recommend a network of doctors that can fit into this mold, because they're hard to find. Now I want to talk about omega-3, essential fatty acids. Essential for life, omega-3. But you don't make it in your own body. So nature thought we'd get it from the fish and, the foods that we eat. But our fish has been contaminated. So our vitamin omega-3, you want to hold that up there, is from fish oils sourced in America from small cold water Alaskan pollock. Why do we care about cold water Alaskan pollock? Because this is fish that hasn't been contaminated with all the mercury that's out in the ocean. So if you get fish oil from a crappy source, you're also getting the mercury that those fish ingested. So we get our from Alaska, cold water Alaskan pollock.
It's good to know the bigger the fish, the more mercury and contaminants, because they've been around longer and they consume more food, etc. Whereas the little guys, just starting out in life.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden someone grabs them and puts them through the ringer.
Yeah.
And gets fish oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, they've been put there for
Wasn't it interesting that girl last night, the one who takes care of little premature babies, she's the nurse, that she loves sharks too, just like you? Tell me about the shark story.
It's going to be another long story.
No, don't then.
Okay, all right.
No, can you just start with I dove into a cave underwater.
Okay.
You don't have to say, I got in a boat and then I swam down and I did this thing and a thing.
Okay.
Now you're in the cave. You should have gone in the cave. What are you going in a cave for in Mexico underwater?
Okay. Scuba diving is the only sport I've ever loved and have been good at.
So now you're in the cave.
Okay. So these two guys that I dived with in Mexico, their father was Swiss, their mother was Mexican. There were these two tall, handsome dudes, and they were Mr. Macho.
Okay, but we're in the cave.
So they would take...
Get in the cave.
Okay, so now we go diving somewhere where it's an underwater cave, and the hole is just big enough to swim through.
I smoke cigarettes.
Okay, so I swim through the hole, and my tank is scraping on the rocks above.
Yeah.
When I get inside the cave, I look down, and there are 9 sharks.
That's the story. 9 sharks.
Okay, but you wonder, sharks have to keep moving so they get oxygen over the gills so they can live. But there was like an underwater river, so they were hovering because the river was
brushing against their chest.
Exactly.
Oh.
So I started breathing heavily, and they could tell because the bubbles off my regulator were coming off twice as quickly. And they kept kind of calming me down.
They didn't turn around and go, "You're cute."
Yeah, right. When you're in a cave with 9 sharks.
Were you scared?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad you said that, because you always say,
No, I was scared. Of course.
What kind of sharks were they? Big sharks or?
They were big. I don't know,
like your size.
I don't know the brand. Yeah, they were like 6-8 footers.
Huh.
Yeah, probably 8 footers.
Wow. Well, the girl last night, the nurse who takes care of little babies this big, like little kittens, she really likes encountering sharks when she scuba dives, but she said you don't want to encounter sharks up at the top of the water because they're up there looking for food. She said so she goes down deep and down deeper. She said then when you see them, you're just another fish to them. They swim by you, and she said I love it. Sometimes I pet them. She pets them.
Oh, I've never pet a shark.
Yeah, well, she does. She pets.
No. Actually, the scariest dive I've ever taken was a night dive.
Oh, why?
Because you can't see anything underwater. You have a flashlight, and there are several fish that are, what do they call them, fluorescent?
I don't know.
Where they give off a little light.
I'm afraid of fish.
That's right, you are.
I'm afraid of fish.
Yeah, that was the day we went fishing with friends 90 miles off the coast.
Yeah.
And you were down below reading, and I was up above fishing, and I hooked into a big tuna.
Yeah.
and everyone got excited and started yelling, and you came up to see what everyone was yelling about, and I was reeling in the tuna, and all of a sudden a giant shark swam around the boat, came up behind the tuna, and I pulled up the tuna's nose. And you saw this.
I kind of freaked out.
And announced to the crew you were down below reading Jaws. So you never went near the ocean ever again.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I used to dream about fish, and they were eating me, so
Wow.
it's probably what it was.
Did you have snake dreams when you were a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Snake too, huh?
I asked my friend Joyce Berland, who's a psychologist. I said, why would I have dreamt about snakes when I was a little girl? I mean, it was a bad thing. I'd wake up every night calling for my mommy. And every once in a while I'd call for my dad, and my daddy, shut up.
You called for your father?
Yeah, well, if he was sober and he was really tender, he'd go, shut up. Daddy, there's snakes in my room. Just go back to sleep. They're coming in my mouth. He said, well, close it.
I think you just have resveratrol left.
That's all I have left. So my friend Joyce said to me, you dreamt about snakes because snakes are unpredictable. You never know when they're going to strike. And that's kind of how I grew up. Ta-da! Okay, resveratrol. I think, I put here to show them. I love resveratrol. It's such an easy way to...
I like the word.
Yeah, reservation.
And
resveratrol.
it comes from
astragalus.
Grapevines,
Yeah.
right?
So there was an experiment done maybe 30 years ago.
Didn't they say you'd have to drink 700 bottles of wine or something?
Glasses of wine.
Glasses of wine to get the same benefit.
And 20 cups of blueberries and 9 apples to get what you get in a capsule here. This is really important. How many did we say take one? I take more than one, but you could just take one. Take resveratrol. So these scientists did this experiment on these grapevines who were dying because they got a fungus. And then the grapevine saved itself. And they thought, what was that about? So they scraped it off and did a lot of lab tests on resveratrol that is made by the grape plant. And it is preventative for disease. Do you have a little bird? Is that you, Carolyn?
Is there birdies out there?
Oh, how cute.
I can hear the little birds.
Yeah. So I can't say that this helps prevent disease, but it supports helping prevent disease. This is really important. This is like a major breakthrough. The major breakthroughs I've come across in my writing career are resveratrol, senolytics, which I've talked to you about, NAD, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide.
Say that fast 5 times.
Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. I'm not going to say it anymore.
You only said it 4 times.
I know. Anyway, what's happening in the field of alternative medicine, which is in front of us here, is that there are half of the scientists are devoted to finding what did nature give us. Because you know, and I know, nature gave us everything, they study plants and they study the lifespan of plants, and they have found these wonderful alternative supplements. Now, should we have to take this many supplements? No, but we're living in a polluted world. I'll say it again: the greatest environmental assault in the history of humanity. So. This is how we fight back. This is your army right here. And it's gaggy. I don't like taking all these supplements every day, but I do it. I get something good to drink with it. Or today I had a banana. And you get supplements down real easy with a banana.
Did you sneak out and get a banana?
You were asleep, so I went and got a banana all by myself.
Oh.
I left you for 5 minutes. How do you feel about that?
Well, you should have left a note. If I had awakened and you weren't there.
Would you have been scared?
Yeah.
Yeah, we spend all our time together, which is quite wonderful. And I just think what we've been able to come up with, not in our little company, but in the whole supplement world, is aging, as I said here, is about worn out parts. We wear out nutrients, we wear out minerals, we wear out hormones. So you got to do your lab work with a qualified doctor, and that's why I'm really excited to present to you a network that can really help you with getting the right kind of doctor. But it takes time. I'm not going to send you to just anybody. I'm not going to send you to someone and have you go, I went and it was terrible. We're checking this out because you can really get screwed in this business. These doctors can do lab work and determine your deficiencies in hormones, deficiencies in nutrients, deficiencies in minerals, and you put it back, a little this, a little that, a little this, a little that, in the right amounts, and put yourself back together again. It's the new medicine. It's new alternative medicine. Now, I must say, having gone through what I went through all last year, when you need allopathic, drug medicine, you need them, they're a godsend, and thank God for them. And I've come to really make friends with them because I used to think, I want to do everything alternative, and then I realized I could not have gotten through this terrible pain I was in without the medicine they gave me. But as soon as I could get off of them, I got off of it, and I'm on nothing now, and I'm proud of that. Anyway, this is the new world right in front of you right here, and we talked about vitamin C, fish oil. Every cell in your body, you're a bunch of cells, every cell in your body has a membrane around it, and that membrane is made from essential fatty acids. If you don't get enough essential fatty acids, you have poor cellular health. I've talked to you enough about cellular health to know that if you don't have strong cellular health, you have malfunctioning cells, and that's accelerated aging. Okay, that got you, didn't it? Okay, Resveratrol. Remember, save the grapevine from fungus. Maybe it'll save you. Bone care. If you don't have bone loss now, you're going to have bone loss. Why don't you not get bone loss or not get it as bad? Cut it off at the pass with taking bone care, which is your calcium and vitamin D3 and calcium. I read it all to you before. Vitamin C, very important, very, very important. For hangovers and immune support, your black drops. SAMe, Caroline told you all about that. It's incredible. Liver Renew. If you drink it all, take that before you go to bed. If you don't drink it all, take it anyway, because your most important organ, the liver is over here, is your detox organ, and all our livers are groaning. NAC, n-acetyl-l-cysteine, liver, lungs, longevity, anti-aging, joints. Got joints bothering you? Take Joint Renew. If you don't have joints that are bothering you, take Joint Renew so you don't get joints that are bothering you. Zinc. Everybody's deficient in zinc. It's for immune support, amongst many other things. Vitamin K. It's a traffic cop that keeps the calcium in the bones rather than going in the soft tissues. And then D3, which is the four most important systems in your body: your heart, your brain, your immune system, and your endocrine system. It's all here. It's all here. Okay? Good night. I love talking to all of you today. And I will tell you once again what came to me in a vision or a dream or something at a really low point in my life. A voice came and said, it's not who you are, it's not what you do, it's not what you have. It's only about who you love and who loves you. Pretty important. I love you. Good night, everybody. Good night, Caroline.
Good night.
Good night. Have a fun time in